Hill's journey is a compelling blend of inspiration and unpredictability. Rising to the UFC championship through twists of fate worthy of a cinematic narrative, he faced the adversity of relinquishing the light heavyweight throne due to injury.
Breaking news late last night, it was announced by Jamahal Hill, the light heavyweight champion, that he will be vacating the title. He has torn his Achilles. He is going to need surgery. He is going to be out indefinitely.
Now, on the brink of an improbable main event at the historic UFC 300, Hill's story continues to unfold.
It's incredible. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm completely humbled by it. Whenever I came into this, I wanted to come into this making history and being a part of big moments. This is just an opportunity for that, and I'm grateful for it.
Despite his electrifying performances and undeniable skills, it seems like Hill is still flying under the radar, often overlooked and underrated in the eyes of many. Yet what sets Hill apart is his mastery of intangibles. He fights on instinct and possesses the heart of a warrior. His ability to navigate the chaos, coupled with unwavering toughness demonstrated in intense and bloody battles, led him to UFC gold, leaving an indelible mark.
If you had told me like 6 months ago that Jamahal Hill was going to be the light heavyweight champion within a year, I would have assumed something terrible happened to like every other good light heavyweight.
Swiftly immersing himself in the world of jiu-jitsu and subsequently transitioning to MMA, Jamahal Hill harnessed the athletic prowess and youthful audacity to make rapid strides in his development. Following a brief stint in the amateur ranks, Hill collected his inaugural professional paycheck in 2017, showcasing his skills at a local promotion named Knockout Promotions. Accumulating 5 victories in his hometown over a span of 2 years, Hill set his sights on the major leagues in 2019.
Where do you go from here, Jamal? Straight up. It's only go up from here.
Securing a coveted spot on Dana White's Contender Series.
Nice knee on the clinch right away.
And Mark Schmidt taking a close look here. Stop. And Jamahal Hill.
I feel like I should have been here a long time ago. I'm here now. I'm ready to get it going.
Making his official UFC debut in January 2020 against the seasoned Serbian powerhouse, Darko Stosic, who boasted double the number of pro fights. Hill's limited experience seemed inconsequential. Despite enduring some tough moments and revealing gaps in his ground game, Jamal rightfully secured a unanimous decision victory, solidifying his promising start in the UFC.
I'm ready to show y'all what happened when they let a lion into the doghouse. Let's get it, baby. Let's go!
Entering his second UFC bout, Jamahal Hill faced Klidson Abreu in a matchup that unfolded in a mere 2 minutes, delivering the kind of performance Hill had envisioned.
Sweet dreams turns out the lights on Abreu.
Unfortunately, the euphoria was short-lived, as the fight was later overturned to a no contest due to Jamal testing positive for marijuana.
It's extremely irritating. It's something that I got to walk around with on my record, which, in fact, and just to clear the record, I did not smoke in competition. I took the fight, I stopped smoking immediately.
Undeterred by the suspension, Hill made a comeback in December 2020, facing his first true test against the formidable Ovince St. Preux, a former title challenger with a perpetual threat factor. Despite St. Preux's credentials, Hill showcased superior range control and employed a measured approach, targeting the head and body with precision.
Hill gets it done
by Jamahal Hill.
Everybody keep talking about my game, this and that. Keep watching, bro, because y'all obviously ain't paying attention. Keep watching.
Jamahal Hill, typically exuding a positive aura, found himself in an atypical situation when facing Paul Craig.
He weird, man. He's soft, he lame, all of that. He try to put on the front. He try to act the part that he feel like he's supposed to act. He's not real or authentic with anything.
Straying from the usual advice to avoid fighting emotionally, Hill engaged in a grappling exchange with the skilled Paul Craig. The repercussions were swift and severe. In less than a minute, Hill suffered a TKO, dislocated his elbow, and bid farewell to his undefeated status.
Look at his arm just flopping around.
And
that
the referee,
is crazy.
He's going to stop the
Just
fight.
Man. Flopping around like a rubber arm. How rare is it when you see a guy pull guard like that?
Following an arduous journey of arm rehabilitation and a necessary mindset shift, Hill made a triumphant return to action in December 2021 against Jimmy Crute, the man who previously submitted Paul Craig. This time around, there were no setbacks, securing a well-deserved performance of the night bonus and marking a successful comeback in emphatic fashion.
Crute, you getting it? Oh! You got it! Do it! Jamahal Hill!
Jamahal Hill, man. If you were looking for a way, drawing up a way to bounce back from a really grisly like armbar type of loss where you looked like your arm was almost broken in half, that's about as good as it gets, right, Jose? I mean, that was a tremendous stoppage on poor Jimmy Crute.
Jamahal Hill continued his trend of first-round finishes, earning the moniker Sweet Dreams once more in his inaugural main event clash against fellow knockout artist Johnny Walker, one of the standout knockouts of 2022. Executing a flawless right cross counter to Walker's jab. The scene was picture perfect as Walker dramatically descended onto the canvas.
You gotta dodge the crazy punch. Oh my gosh! That's
Jamahal
Hill laid him out.
Putting another opponent to sleep.
There's a new light heavyweight Dreams Hill.
I have a very, very deep understanding of range and where I am and how to connect with my punches, no matter where I am. I mean, I say it all the time. I can box a midget in a phone booth.
Following two spectacular knockouts that solidified his standing in the light heavyweight top 10, Jamahal Hill embraced his second main event, this time against the formidable Thiago Santos. The initial round was uneventful, but the pace escalated swiftly. The final sequence, initiated by Hill's favorite combo, showcased Sweet Dreams' granite chin as he weathered Santos' onslaught, leaving the Brazilian with nothing left to counter the impending storm.
That'll do it! No judges needed in Las Vegas tonight!
Despite Jamal's impressive three-fight streak, his ascent to the title picture was expected to be gradual. However, unforeseen events unfolded as newly crowned champion Jiri Prochazka had to withdraw from a rematch with Glover Teixeira due to a severe shoulder injury.
The UFC doctors had never seen a shoulder that fucked up before. Do you know what happened to him? His shoulder went out of socket in training camp, and they tried to put it back in. And these dudes are yanking on it. These just gym dudes yanking on it, and they fucked it up way worse.
Glover declined a short-notice replacement, leading the UFC to elevate the scheduled fight between Magomed Ankalaev and Jan Blachowicz into a 5-round title bout at UFC 282. A thoroughly uneventful bout concluded with a draw, leaving the title still in contention. This prompted a swift decision from Dana White to arrange a championship showdown between the 7th-ranked Hill and Glover Teixeira. Predictions heavily favored Teixeira, with many anticipating him to secure a second championship and potentially cap off his career.
You know, when it comes to experience, there's absolutely no comparison whatsoever. I'm going to go with Glover and New again in Brazil. The party has started.
Had different intentions. Hill maintained a consistent strategy, deploying long leading rear straights, circling to the outside of Glover, executing crisp boxing combinations, and forcefully avoiding takedowns, while seemingly finding Teixeira's head with pinpoint accuracy.
Heard him again. Oh, that one really wobbled Teixeira. Wayward shot from Glover, who now goes down.
The subsequent rounds showcased Hill's dominance as he inflicted significant damage, leaving Teixeira bloodied and battered in front of his home crowd. Despite Teixeira's toughness until the final bell, there was no ambiguity regarding the identity of the new light heavyweight champion.
There it is, a record-breaking performance statistically for Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill.
Oh, he's realizing it. He's realizing it.
Jamahal Sweet Dreams Hill!
Much like how Jamahal Hill's opportunity to contend for the title rose due to Prochazka's injury a few months later, Hill faced an unforeseen challenge of his own, rupturing his Achilles tendon.
I've unfortunately suffered an injury. I've ruptured my Achilles. It's one that will require surgery and will require time and rehab. Jiri Prochazka was the champion. He suffered an injury. He gave up the belt and allowed for others to not hold the division up, to keep the division moving forward, and I'll do the same.
with very few giving him a fighting chance against Pereira. Some even question his merit as a headliner for an event of such magnitude. Yet, should we not have learned from past experiences, is it not high time to heed Hill's words? His arsenal includes two invaluable attributes that cannot be instilled, but are pivotal for any fighter: unyielding mental toughness and an innate fighter's instinct. Armed with these qualities, Hill is confident that he can surmount any challenge, no matter how formidable it may appear.